Okay. So, shall we repeat the absorption, right? Absorption of glucose and galactose, right? So, you know that absorption is by means of active transport, right? What is active transport? It requires a carrier protein and also what? ATP, right? In case of absorption or by active transport, they fall into two different categories. One is the primary active transport and the other is the secondary active transport, right? So that we have discussed, right? Primary active transport is a direct hydrolysis of ATP, right? While in secondary transport, what two molecules will be moving, either it can be in the same direction or it can be in the opposite direction. So movement of one of the molecule can provide the energy for the movement of the other molecule which is moving against the concentration gradient. So there also energy is required, but it's not by the direct hydrolysis, but it is enabled with the help of the other molecule which is getting co-transported along with this. Clear? So that is how the active transports are taking place. Now in the case of glucose transport or galactose transport, it is happening across the what? This is a luminal cell, intestinal luminal cell, right? Right. So this is our ECF. This is our ECF, right? And this is our lumen, or brush border, right? And this is our cell, right? This is our cell. Clear? Now we are having two molecules to be transported, right? We are having the glucose or galactose with us, and also the sodium ions, right? So these two molecules are getting co-transported. So there are three different carrier proteins which are involved in the transportation of glucose and galactose, or three events are happening during the transportation of glucose or galactose across the luminal cell, right? One is the first event happening is the sodium pump. The first event is carried out with the help of sodium pump. The second event, it is carried out by the sodium glucose co-transporter, right? SGLT1, right? And the third one is SGLT1, right? And the third one is the sodium independent co-transporter, that is GLUT, right? In the case of what? Intestinal cells, it is the which GLUT it is happening, it is carried out with the help of GLUT2. Am I right? So these three molecules are involved in the transport of sodium and glucose or sodium and galactose. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഗ്ലെയർ അടിച്ചിട്ട് കാണാൻ പറ്റാണ്ടേ ഉണ്ടോ? വൈറ്റ് ബോർഡ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ കുറച്ചും കൂടി ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? I hope. Right? So this is how the molecules are getting transported with the help of three proteins. Sodium pump is there, then the sodium glucose co-transporter is there, and there is the GLUT molecules, right? GLUT molecules, there are around 1 to 14 are there, and the most important ones are ranging from 1 to 7, right? That's we have already discussed, right? Now what is happening first? Our cell is having sodium ions already in it, right? So in order to transport the sodium from the lumen into the cell, first the sodium which is already accumulated in the cell has to be taken out, right? Because the sodium is an extracellular ion. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ സോഡിയത്തിൻ്റെ കോൺസെൻട്രേഷൻ ഓൾവേസ് ഷുഡ് ബി മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻഡ് ഇൻ എ ബേസൽ ലെവൽ. വളരെ കുറച്ച് എമൗണ്ട്സേ പാടുള്ളൂ സോഡിയത്തിൻ്റെ എമൗണ്ട്സ്, റൈറ്റ്? സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ടു ബി ഡൺ ഫോർ ദാറ്റ്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് carried out with the help of a protein known as a sodium pump, which is a primary active transport in which 3 sodium ions will be taken out into the blood, while at the same time what happens, 2 molecules of potassium, two molecules that are two potassium ions will be entering from the blood into the cell, and as the molecules are transported, what happens? ATP is hydrolyzed, right? ATP undergoes hydrolysis to give ADP plus PI. So this is a direct hydrolysis of ATP. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇത് primary active transport ആണ്. So this is how the sodium concentration in the cell, within the cell, is decreased. Clear? Now since the sodium ions are now lowered within the cell, എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? വല്ലാതെ ഡിപ്പ് ആവാൻ പാടില്ല. So immediately what happens? Sodium has to be taken into the cell in order to remove this drawback, that is hyponatremia should not happen. So sodium the level of the sodium has to be maintained within the cell. So that is carried out with the help of the sodium ions that is coming from the diet. This diet ennu varunadana. This is coming from diet. So diet kuda varuna sodium has to be taken into the cell, and this transportation is happening with the help of the second protein known as SGLT, sodium dependent glucose transporter, right? Sodium glucose dependent. Also, what is the name indicates, it is along with the sodium, glucose molecules are also taken into the cell, right? So it is a co-transporter, hence it is happening in the that is two molecules are moving at a time. Clear? So this molecule, this pump or this protein is present on the luminal brush border, so that it is having a binding site for sodium. Sodium is a binding site in the other pole. What? There is a binding site for glucose or galactose also. Clear? So first what happens? Sodium comes and binds to it, binds to the SGLT. Clear? SGLT1. In the case of intestinal cell, it is SGLT1. In the case of kidneys, what happens? It is taken by means of SGLT2 in order to carry out the absorption, right? So in the since we are dealing with the absorptive phase, I am concentrating on SGLT1. So SGLT1 is having a binding site for sodium, to which the sodium, one molecule of or one sodium ion come ഇവിടെ ഒരു sodium ion bind ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ. ഇവിടെ ആണെങ്കിൽ 3 sodium ions bind ചെയ്യും. There are 3 binding sites for sodium in case of sodium pump, sodium potassium ATPase. While in case of sodium glucose co-transport, it's having only one binding site for sodium. Sodium one site, at a time only one ion of sodium is bound to the protein. Clear? So this sodium glucose co-transporter binds one sodium ions, as a result of which what happens? The binding site for glucose gets opened up, or it is getting exposed, so that one molecule of glucose or one molecule of galactose ആരാണോ ഉള്ളത് അപ്പോൾ, if both glucose and galactose are present at the same time, what happens? Galactose will be coming and binding to it, because galactose is having a greater affinity for the binding site rather than glucose. Clear? So the galactose or glucose comes and binds to the galactose binding site or glucose binding site, or like sugar binding site. As a result of which what happens? Now all the binding sites are saturated. Now the molecule turns to the other side, towards the cell, as a result of which what happens? First the sodium ions gets detached, as a result of it, first the sugar molecule gets detached. So the glucose molecule enters into the cell, and release of the glucose or the galactose results in what? Decreased affinity for sodium ions also, as a result of which what happens? The sodium ions also gets detached. Now the protein is free. The binding sites for the molecules are now free, and again this protein turns back to the brush border side. Idana we call it as a brush border. Kando brush pole irikkunna. So this is the brush border, right? This is the allengi idine luminal side nu vilikkum, and this is the extracellular border. Clear? So this is how the molecule function. Now the sodium is within the cell, glucose also is within the cell. But the cell the glucose has to be taken into the blood. The molecules cannot move by itself. Hence again it takes the help of the third protein molecule, which is known as the GLUT, that is glucose transporter or sodium independent glucose transporter, right? So the glucose transporter, what happens? It is again, it is also it is a facilitated diffusion, right? So the the sodium ions come, sorry, not the sodium ions, the glucose molecule or the galactose, glucose അല്ലെങ്കിൽ galactose comes and binds to the sugar binding site, and the protein will be taking the glucose or the galactose towards the ECF, and thus the sugar is released into the blood, right? And once the sugar is released, it again turns back into the cellular side or the cytoplasmic side. The molecule of glucose will be picked up and is getting released into the blood, right? So this is how the glucose and galactose are transported by means of active transport with the help of sodium pump and SGLT, and by facilitated diffusion with the help of GLUT molecules. Clear? Always എപ്പോഴും ഇവിടെ സോഡിയത്തിൻ്റെ കോൺസെൻട്രേഷൻ കുറവും ഇവിടെ സോഡിയത്തിൻ്റെ കോൺസെൻട്രേഷൻ കൂടുതലുമാണ്. സോ ഹിയർ the molecule will be having a tendency to move simply from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, പക്ഷേ the ions cannot diffuse because ഇത് polar ആണ്, ഇത് ലിപ്പിഡ് ബൈലെയർ ആണ് അല്ലേ. അപ്പം മോളിക്യൂൾ ഇത് സോഡിയം അയോൺസിന് ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് ക്രോസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, ലിപ്പിഡ് ബൈലെയർ ആയതുകൊണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് സീക്കിംഗ് ദ ഹെൽപ്പ് ഓഫ് എ protein molecule. But sodium is moving from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. അപ്പോൾ അത് ഫ്രീ മൂവ്മെൻറ്റ്. അതേസമയം the glucose is moving from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration. So this is against the concentration gradient. So glucose cannot move by itself. So it seeks the help of SGLT1. So it is a secondary active transport. The energy is obtained as a result of the sodium pump, and also the sodium is moving from a region of higher concentration to a lower concentration. Together these two events, sodium pumpinte helpodu koodi adupole thanne this sodium ions are moving from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So with these two events, the glucose molecule can move from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration, right? So this is how the active transport or the absorption of glucose molecule is happening. ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കുക, എന്നിട്ട് നോക്കിയിട്ട് എന്നോട് പറയും കേട്ടോ.